Hello, Jackie Fullerton of BBC saying welcome for the very last time to Carling Presents an evening of legends in association with the IFA. Hard to believe we're now at the last destination, Seaview, the home of Crusaders. We're looking forward to this. I know the legends have enjoyed the series, the fans have enjoyed the series, and I certainly have as well. There's been great nostalgia, and thank you for all your hits on our website. Now tonight we've got a couple of men who played in Crusaders' first ever championship winning side in 1973, Walter McFarland, who was the skipper then, and Liam Beckett. We've got the club's record goal scorer, Glenn Hunter, and from the present day, a man who won a couple of championships here as a player, he's Stephen Baxter. It'll be a great night down Seaview Way. Walter.
Yes, Jackie.
How are you? You'll always be remembered here. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fit. I'm training still. I cycle up and down to work. Cycling motors.
Took him half an hour to get up them stairs.
it's the hump I have in my back carrying these two. But I'm fine. I'm enjoying life.
Do you ever get to see you, or do you ever watch football?
Sometimes I get an invite down, but it's like coming home, Jackie. So it's just, I can't spend 14 years at one club and not sort of feel welcome, you know. But I get the request. People come up and say, "Hi, Walter, how you doing? Are you playing?" Do I look like I'm playing? You know? But it's great coming back. I mean, see the faces, but some of them got very old looking, so they have.
Yeah, I'm sure they're probably saying the same thing. Talking about old faces, Liam. How are you?
I'm fine, Jackie. I'm good.
That haircut must be a number one, isn't it?
No.
Do you want the number 2? It's in the back of the motor. Still there, Jackie.
Do you miss the managing?
Not really, no. No, I don't. I think it's more for people of Stephen's age. You know, I think it's more... You need to be young. It's a 7-day-a-week job, isn't it, Stephen? Now? It's very demanding, and you need a decent budget.
Yeah.
And any of the clubs I was at, I felt a bit like Red Adair. You know, your man that puts all the fires out. They always send them when they're in trouble. They send for them, and that's who I felt a bit like Red Adair.
Sadly, he managed like him as well. I can only say that because he's my dear friend. Glenn Hunter, what are you doing these days? You're a Blue Watch fireman.
Yeah. Lisburn Road, Belfast, yeah.
How many years have you been at that?
Nearly 10. Yeah.
Do you get close to football at all? Watching, coaching?
Yeah, well, playing the British Cup for the Fire Service. Reached a semi-final there a couple of years ago. And the final was to be played at St James's Park, but got beat by Southampton 1-0. So got it.
Goes to any of the legends, really. I was just wondering if winning a championship medal or a cup at Crusaders is worth more than winning it at the so-called Big Two. How does it feel?
Yeah. Without doubt, it's the achievement to win it with a smaller club outside of Glentoran and Linfield is incredible. I was lucky enough to win 2 at Linfield as a player in a 6-year spell. And then when I came here with the team that Roy had built, the camaraderie of that squad and how we went through the season, and just I guess the team spirit was just overwhelming, because it's chalk and cheese. As Glenn has pointed out, you know, Linfield is this 30 players, 3 players for every position. You play one bad game, you might play 5 good games. You play one bad game, you're out. You may not get back in the team for another 15 games because, you know, that's how it sort of works. Whereas here, everyone's together. It's a smaller squad. It's so close knit, and everybody knows each other, and that sort of just brings it that sense of achievement even to a greater level, because to win it with the Crusaders, the year we won it, and I'm sure the boys would say exactly the same. It's expected at Linfield or Glentoran every year. Whereas when you come here to win it, you know, it was a 19-year gap between ours, wasn't it? I think it was, and
76 to 95.
yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
And so I think it means so much to the fans, and just that sense of achievement is overwhelming for a club our size.
The memory that you know stands by me most is I think I scored the first goal that day. Do you remember, Jackie?
You did, yeah.
And it was one goal a season. I usually scored, but I remember the hairs on the back of my neck standing, and I remember being kissed. I remember being kissed by Jackie. You know, and the sad thing is, I enjoyed it.
We're sitting here, so-called legends. I wouldn't underestimate this guy's contribution to the year we won the title.
Yeah.
Des Lynham himself here, because I'll tell you something. He scored a bag of goals that season. He wasn't the bravest player in the world, but I'll tell you, he scored an awful lot of goals that I would say helped to win the
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
You agree, Walter?
Definitely.
Yeah. He was
I think we undersell Jackie. I think.
Yeah, I think he undersells himself.
You had great success up at Coleraine under the late and the great Bertie Peacock, hadn't you?
Yeah, I had, yep. I won a league here, and we won a Carlsberg Cup. For any of the lads that are old enough to remember, we won a Carlsberg Cup here, and then they done away with it. And then I went on to Coleraine where I won everything. But could I just say something, that my career's over, obviously, but, you know, any player that I would, if there were some of your players here tonight, Stephen, I would tell them that before they start looking at other clubs, you will not get a better club than here, because where I played at Coleraine, and I won everything at Coleraine, and I won my league title and so on here, but this is the best club I ever played for. And I mean that. I'm not saying it because I'm sitting here tonight. This is the best, most family-orientated, welcoming club that I have ever been at. And I would say that any players that... And I know that players are always keen to better themselves, and quite rightly so. And I know Colin Coates is a player that's in the envy of many other clubs. And Stephen could probably walk in and manage any of the big two. But I would just say to Stephen and to the players, take a step back, take a long, hard look, because far away fields are green. And in terms of job satisfaction, you will not get a better club than here. I feel welcome every time I come back to Seaview, more so than any other club I was ever at, and I mean that.
I was just wondering what the best strategies were to keep Kirk Hunter on the pitch for a full 90 minutes.
All right then, thank you.
Kirk's actually what like Colin Coates is, the man. He just run through brick walls for you. You know what I mean? And it was a type of player. If he lasted 90 minutes, you were lucky. But you know what I mean? If he didn't, what he put in those minutes, well, at Cliftonville was 2 minutes, I think. You know what I mean? But the other guy came on first after 2 minutes. So it was all right. You know, but I
Was he a
think
loyalist?
no. Who, Kirk?